Also, look at condition spots over the years. We've had a little bit of everything. You can't quite predict what you're going to get. You could be warming up in 10-foot slabs. Next thing you know, your heat is in a drained out, bottomed out tide surfing a closeout section. And now seeing him as a seasoned vet, world number 2, and now paddling into the first wave of the morning. De Souza drives off the bottom, clean snap to start. Beautiful flow and rhythm into that vertical hack. Cutty into the pocket. Rips one off the lip. Challenging inside corner, but he's got a lot of speed and drive. Connects for the finishing move. Rip that little wave to pieces. Multiple majors all the way through the inside corner.
Well, that's that little, that's that fight we talk about. First wave just nailed it in, and that's going to be a good score to kick things off. It's always going to be a tough one for Tiago to win. Just with the momentum that De Souza's carrying, and, you look at his heat yesterday, it was no shoe-in. I mean, Frederico Moraes, it was one wave that was the difference. De Souza was dropping 8.67 on his best wave, so it wasn't like he got schooled, and you can see his technique, just quick, rapid fire, smooth, clean surfing. He's got that low center of gravity, just that drawn-out bottom turn, but then also that go-for-it attitude. I mean, you can see he never gives up on a wave, Joe, all the way through to the inside. So a good little wave there. Things don't come easy for the Brazilians, and they've got to work twice as hard for it.
De Souza already with a 6.0. Snaps it off the lip, has a ton of speed. Floats the next section. One more snap to finish. So 2 scores already for world number 2. I was like, oh, do you know Nathaniel? He's like, of course I remember him. He took out Tiago back in 2009 in round 2. The locals never forget those big moments. This is Adriano now. Little speed jam to get down the line. Tail high reverse. Torques himself upside down, and he's incomplete. His last score in now, Potts, just a 2.83, but taking all the momentum in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, and that's what he does. He applies a lot of pressure straight away. He understands that the conditions aren't epic here this morning, so you not necessarily have to wait for the good ones, because really, is there any good ones? You got to just make do with what comes your way. We saw Josh Kerr yesterday, upwards of 15 waves, and that's what you got to do. Just keep catching waves, get that momentum going.
Tiago now on his opener, choosing his backhand weapon. Deep bottom turn, great timing off the lip. Coils up and hammers the second move, but he goes down. So setting up for what looked like a great 2-turn combo. Falls on the second maneuver, getting all those nerves out of the way. Sometimes home court advantage helps surfers. Let's see if Tiago can recover from this wave.
Beautiful opening maneuver right here. Bang, straight up through the lips. A nice turn there to kick things off. Did all the hard work, and then just goes down at the end there. Maybe, took his eye off the prize. Maybe got to focus on that maneuver at hand. Maybe thinking too far down the line. Can he fit one more turn in? Tiago, very important part of Portuguese surfing. Sort of led the way. He was the first one to break through into the top world of surfing, yeah.
This is Tiago. Speed jam into a vertical climb, moving quickly in a small little inside left. Had the 2.67 before. That'll be his second scoring ride.
Get the monkey off your back. There was probably 15,000 people on the beach that were feeling the same way. Let's have a look at this wave from Tiago. Little sort of transition turn up and over the whitewater right there. Not a huge score, but I like the fact that he's getting the ball rolling.
So now Tiago's in this rare experience where he's not full-time. He has the experience from being formally in the top 34, but it doesn't come every day where he puts the CT jersey on. This is De Souza. Second snap, nice and solid. Into a third one, and he gets a little caught up in that whitewater, but 2 big turns to kick off this left. And now just looking for one more section to work with, and he's out. Getting rid of a 2.83 to strengthen his lead. He had yesterday with Frederico, and also Owen Wright dealing with round 2 because of Vasco. Let's see Adriano's last wave.
Yeah, we talk about that smooth transition right here. You see how there's no messing around, even how small the wave is. A little bit of a glitch right there, but Adriano doesn't give up on a wave. He will ride it to the absolute death, which he does right here, and brings it through the inside. So as you said, Joe, replacing that 2.83, increasing his scoreline 5.0 on that occasion.
He's been able to be effective in taking out major heats in his career, but also with his dedication to improving his maneuvers and his strength in the barrel, he's become so dangerous. This is Tiago trying to get a little bit of space off De Souza. Down to 6:15 to go. Adriano's thinking about the next wave in the set. He'll pull in on the back end and have to eject quickly as that thing ran off without him. We'll catch up with Strider Raspberry Wazalewski in a moment here as we see a little wave out front. Tiago once again going down on the inside corner. 3:50 on the clock for the local boy to survive, but also De Souza in a must-win situation for the world title race. Can't afford a 25th because then you'd give Mick Fanning a chance to close this out, and you do not want to give a three-time world champion that kind of opportunity.
Well, we saw what happened last year, Ryan. Mick was given that opportunity to gain some ground, and he did that exactly. You know, he talks about how hard it is to win events. He's won a few.
This is De Souza. Beautiful backhand snap off the lip. He'll get out in front. Quick rip in the pocket and close out. Hack right there, nice and complete. It's so shallow, the water photographer can just stand up and get all the vision to put up on worldsurfleague.com. But looking at De Souza, looking comfortable. Messy looking lineup here at low tide. Little rip roll opportunities, and Tiago still chasing. Here goes Pires. Backside snap right on the money. Little float, and he'll get out of there.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to match it with De Souza in these kind of conditions. You know, you look at Tiago's head.
He kind of feels like a Grom again at the post-heat interviews, at the press conferences that he's there. Doesn't feel like he's wearing any pressure. Something's been changing for De Souza in the last couple of events. Here's Tiago now. Big snap to start on the right. Floats the next section looking for another major, but it won't give it to him. Next wave will go to De Souza. Minute 30, and he'll just kick out to hang on to priority.
And then the harder you try, the harder it is to get in that zone. De Souza just flowing right now. Look at this turn. Comes around the section, times it nicely, straight up through the lip again, and one more to finish off. So that is going to go into his top two, probably his best wave, Joe. And De Souza's going to increase his lead over Tiago Pires.
To requalify. Yeah, it's a major moments, especially breaking through for Portugal to really keep this event on tour and to show us all the amazing waves behind the scenes. Tiago's always been that surfer that gives everybody the time just to talk surf, to talk about his lifestyle out here. He goes down in round two once again as Adriano De Souza keeps his world title hopes alive here at the Rip Curl Pro Portugal.